Today I will be ranking anime character physiques on a tier list, and trust me, I feel like a disgusting Discord mod after doing it. Now I might get some hate from picking more recent popular shows, but to anyone questioning my choices, why would I choose your niche dumbass show like Days with My Stepsister or The Strongest Magician in the Demon Lord's Army Was a Human? And I may get hate because this is a stupid video and it's gay as rent is due and daddy's got to try to make some money, so bear with me. I mean, if you don't want to watch it, just click away. My retention graphs show that most people probably aren't watching at this point. Also, there are underage main characters on this list. I'm basing this purely off of muscle and nothing else, full stop. Trust me, I'm not Chris Tyson, so get ready to be pissed at me. First off, we have the captain of the Straw Hat Pirates, known as Luffy. And to clarify, we're talking about post-time skip Luffy, more specifically in Wano, because that's when he had his shirt off the most and we were able to see the most of his physique. Now, overall, Luffy has a decent amount of muscle here. For seemingly never lifting weights in the show, he's not huge by any means, but what makes up for that is the actual proportions that he has and the good overall shape. I feel like this is an ideal male build, like for most guys. So we're gonna put him in a pretty solid B tier. Next, we have a little fucking dweeb from My Hero Academia, being Deku. He also has a longer full name, but I just don't really give a fuck to do that much research. I don't watch this show, I just picked it because it's popular, and from clips I've seen, this little shit is the personification of everything that sucks about anime. He's always got this dumb super suit on, so we can't really tell how much muscle he has, so just telling from his fat face, I'm gonna say that he has a pretty shit physique, and we're gonna put him in D tier. Now we have Eren from Attack on Titan, and let me just say, I have a huge issue with his physique. We're talking about Eren towards the end of the show, more like season 4 Eren. I'm not gonna get into spoilers, don't worry, but he just has that like tall David Lade boy type build. My issue is I just see so many dudes at the gym that are like this, that just like don't have a lot of muscle, worrying about being aesthetic like David Lade, and then they just get lean as shit, stay lean as shit, don't put on any muscle, and usually they have really hot girlfriends, which also pisses me off. And you know, their whole style of training is different from mine, which means it's wrong and it's bad and I don't like it. Put Eren into C because he does have a nice little 10-pack, and I'm willing to give credit where credit is due. Naruto from Naruto Shippuden, not Naruto from Boruto Next Generations, because that guy looks like a fucking predator. Naruto somehow has less muscle than Eren, which is a accomplishment if you ask me, and he also doesn't have the abs or anything like that Eren has. He has an absolutely garbage physique. The picture of him doing his Sage Mode training really does it for me and shows that he just doesn't lift any weights at all. Maybe instead of feeling sorry for himself that no one liked him and his parents are dead, he should hit the gym a little bit more and actually accomplish something, because he acts like he has to save his village from annihilation from a deranged lunatic at the heart of a criminal organization planning to put the world into an infinite... I'm gonna put him into D. Now we have Saitama from One Punch Man. He has a very similar physique to Luffy. He isn't huge like some of the other guys on this list, but he has that just like natural pro bodybuilder type build, and you know, respect to that. It's pretty attainable, I like it, and from what I'm seeing, good shape, good definition, good musculature. I'll throw him into a B tier with Luffy. Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Now this guy is a certified brick shithouse. I'd guess that he has anywhere from 22 to 25 inch arms, and while most of the other dudes on this list could pass as natty, this guy is just 100% on the Sawzul, as Derek from More Plates More Dates would say. I'm going to go more off Goku from Dragon Ball Super. The definition is absurd though, and his shape is very aesthetic with super broad shoulders, a small waist. He's getting an easy S tier, first S tier. If I didn't put him in S tier, I'm sure I'd have a lot of people very mad at me. Now we have Tanjiro from Demon Slayer. Tanjiro is an absolute house for really no goddamn reason. I mean, you could argue all of these anime characters have insane physiques for no reason, but like, I mean, Goku's destroying planets, Saitama's strong as fuck, all this other stuff, but then you have Tanjiro, who's just a swordsman, and he's just built like a house. I mean, he's actually 14 in the show, and he's built like a 20-year-old. I mean, he has way more muscle than Luffy does. However, he doesn't have the same body fat percentage as Luffy and Saitama. He's a little bit chubbier. I could see the love handles growing. Tanjiro, put down the fucking donuts, buddy. Overall, though, there's nothing really that stands out as physique, so I'm just gonna throw him into a comfortable B tier as well. I'm just gonna get this out of the way. Asta from Black Clover. I've never seen this show as well. I just know this guy looks like an absolute crackhead, and it makes me uncomfortable. He's got a very similar build to Tanjiro, except he has a little bit more definition, but that's not enough to change my rating. I'll put him into B tier as well. And B tier is getting a little bit crowded here. Most of these dudes have very similar physiques. I mean, there's not much to distinguish a physique like Tanjiro from a physique like Asta. But at the same time, Luffy is kind of sticking out. He isn't really that big, so I'll bump him down, give Eren some company. Scared if Eren doesn't get any company in the C tier that he might do something irrational. Light Yagami from Death Note. He's always wearing a suit, D tier. Ichigo from Bleach. Another show that I haven't seen. Ichigo does everything that Eren wants to do with being like lean and aesthetic, but he does it well. He actually has a decent amount of muscle and he actually looks good. He's got very good definition like everyone else on this list, and like I said, he's got that David Lade type shape, so you know, I'll bump him into a B tier. Let's get into someone, back up. Let's talk about someone with a monstrous build, and that's Jotaro Kojo. I absolutely love how JoJo's Bizarre Adventure characters all have just like Giga Chad faces and just handsome pilled physiques. At the end of the day, Jotaro just has like massively wide shoulders, a tiny waist, and bazooka arms. We'll throw him into an A tier. Gon from Hunter x Hunter. Now, I like Gon, he's a great character, but he's a little twerp, and he could really benefit from hitting the old free weights, if you know what I'm saying. Now, we're not talking about him in his adult form, we're just talking about him in his little itty bitty baby marshmallow with toothpicks ass build. We're gonna throw him in our first F tier. We have Thorfinn from Vinland Saga next, who's just a solid big guy with a lot of muscle. He's around that level of Ichigo and Saitama, where he's just got a naturally attainable big guy type build with good separation and good definition. I really don't have anything to note about his physique aside from this being the most basic anime physique out there. B tier. I stalled enough to the end of this video. He's probably in the thumbnail and he's probably the reason you clicked onto this video. We have Baki. Baki, compared to other Baki characters, is actually pretty small. He's not actually that big, but compared to other MCs on this list, he's an absolute house. He has a ton of muscle. He's got perfect shape. I mean, aside from his forearms and calves being ginormous, he's just got that ideal shape, year-round sub 5% body fat. Apparently, he's claiming natty because he got pissed at his brother Jack for doing steroids. So, I mean, the whole fake natural thing with Baki, I'm not a huge fan of, because you can't look at this guy and tell me for a second this is naturally attainable. So overall, there's just nothing wrong with his build though. Comfortable S tier, give Goku some company up there. Now that you're all good and pissed at me, go like and subscribe and leave a mean comment in the comments below.